two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from Ford Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And some space here.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Double right. Set, lady.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stanford. And it's caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate, 30 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll go down right at. The 30-yard line. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
To throw, Cousins. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. On third down, Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he's got room. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
From the 50, Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, tag 50, left. Set, lady.
On second down, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, tag 50, left. Set,
they'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Vikings now heading on to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On second down, Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession. On first down, Stafford here. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Monday. We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Hurry.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Looking sideline, incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Ezekiel Ansah. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Second down, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Steamer.
A second down throw for Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And now it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Stafford on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The veteran Terrence Newman on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Set, lady.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, lady. Big 20, big 20.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hey, 22. Go,
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
40 got. 40 got. Set. Come on, lady. Set. Back 54. 22. All right, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Forbath will put this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Cousins now. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 51 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
a second down throw for Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action now. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They go back to Abdullah on first. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off the bootleg. Stafford on the move to his left. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Abdullah. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Go here. On the ball.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Stafford now on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
11. Set. 81. Zebra. Hey, go here.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Cousins, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. To throw, Cousins. A quick hitter complete. It's right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ziggy Ansah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, they'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
21. Here we go.
A second down run for Abdullah. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. From left side, taken in by Galladay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.